Hey guys, welcome to Hump Day. Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. And hey, look, we finally got the band together. Let me know what you guys think of the little thing I've been working on for a while. I think I kind of like it. I wish they were a little bit more mobile and vocal, but once we get some music playing, it should probably be a little bit better. But it is NBA Finals time, right? I know, normally it's kind of strange. Why does it have to do with anything? Well, first and foremost, I like basketball, but specifically, I like, as a Texas native, the San Antonio Spurs. And, well, for the first time in a long time, they made it to the playoffs. Not to the playoffs, to the finals. So that's a pretty fun thing to look forward to once they get that going in. Basically, I've been a big fan of it ever since I was a kid, if you will. Growing up in San Antonio, that is the home team. It's the only home team I've ever known. Yes, there is. We've had hockey teams in the past, but they kind of come and go. I think we had the Iguanas and the Dragons and the Rampage and whatnot, but never really been such a big deal. We had an alternative football team. I don't think that's the word for it, but what I mean by alternative football team is when the things like XFL or whatnot started up. We had a cool little team based off of that. But the main thing I'm referring to is just one thing that we've had pretty much my entire lifetime is just been, we've had a basketball team, and I really looked up to them as a child. Basketball was my favorite sport as a kid, and oh man, just there's a lot of people who I noticed them around town, and it's oh cool, now the Spurs are made it to the finals, or we're in a good position. They're what do we call them? Fair weather fans. The kind of people who are just oh well, now that the team's doing good, it's time to actually start cheering for them like we've always been there. It's I will admit to my fair weather fanedness. There are times where I didn't really quite watch them. I didn't keep up with them. It's just kind of life in a nutshell. If your team's not really doing anything, are you going to be keeping an eye on them? Probably not. And that's a me thing. But if I were to tell you what my favorite basketball team of all time is, it was probably always going to come back to the San Antonio Spurs. There are those people who might try to argue that oh yeah, Tim Duncan is Kobe's crux. And it's yes, to an extent, but I remember beyond that. I remember when Tim Duncan was a rookie, back when the big three weren't Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, but rather it was Sean Elliott, Avery Johnson, and David Robinson. And David Robinson was my favorite player of all time. Sweet guy too. I haven't had the honor of meeting him in real life, but I've heard so many stories about how wonderful of a person he is in real life. Whereas, even though I'm a Spurs fan, I've heard quite the opposite about Tim Duncan, how he can be a bit of a turd in the punch bowl at times. But I always enjoyed it growing up, being able to watch basketball and cheer for basketball and do such things. Hey, let's see, we got our friend over here, Camafrog. How are you doing?
Hey Chris, fancy running into you here.
What's the latest?
Always good to see a friendly face. Hope life is treating you all right.
Well, you know what? It'll treat me all right if we can just kind of sit here and have ourselves a little moment, a little snapshot. Of course, I don't get it centered the way I'd like it to be, but it's good to have a good friend, Good to have a good friend. Anyway. Hopefully that actually goes into the what's it called? Gets edited well, but is what it is. But yes, Bianca. Hey, I know this is out of nowhere, but I want you to have my soccer uniform top. Thanks, Bianca. The thing is, after I bought that, an amazing friend gave me the exact same thing. Can you believe it? Well, I can say that an amazing friend just gave me the exact same thing, so works out, right? But to talk about the Spurs a little bit more, oh man, just I remember being like a kid and like watching not watching, I was gonna say watching the YMCA. Growing up as a kid, and I got to play at the YMCA, and it was a fun time. We didn't have the Spurs, or there was a team for the Spurs, because they named them after like the official teams. It was probably a different team in the league. I ended up playing for two separate teams, two separate seasons. One was the Bulls, and one was the Supersonics. And I remember we actually went to the championship one as the Supersonics. And hey, Ken's here.
Yo, yo, yo. I've been traveling for way too long, but I'm finally here. My name's Ken. I wonder what kind of misadventures I'll get into on the beautiful island of New Animil. Haha!
Fun fact, Ken and I, December 23rd, we share the same birthday. Check it. I ain't lying. It's always nice to have him around lately. I feel like he should be in my town. But I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not ready to have a chicken yet. I had Ava way back in the day, but oh man, what was I over here looking for? I can't even remember what I came over here for. I was grabbing something. Probably all these extra bushes. Oh man. We can leave those bushes, but we'll grab these bushes. We're gonna go plant them over in the other area. We'll figure something else out to do with the rest of these at some point. But growing up, yeah, it was the year that the Chicago Bulls played against the Supersonics in the NBA playoffs, and the Bulls would ultimately win that series, but we had the inverse effect where our team, the YMCA Supersonics, actually ended up beating the YMCA Bulls. So I will never forget that. I got oh man, my family has a picture of me as a kid in my, I think it was the Bulls jersey. And by Bulls jersey, I mean it was just a red YMCA shirt, but I just had like a grumpy look on my face. I mean, it was hot, and admittedly, I got picked on a lot as a kid, so I would say friends were a scarcity growing up. Like, it's hard. It's hard to have friends when everybody who you want to be friends with wants to pick on you, and I'm sure a lot of people can kind of relate to that. It kind of sucks, but good news to the people who are going through that right now. You outgrow it. It sucks in the time that it happens, but let me tell you, my promise to you, you outgrow it. You get to a point where you'll look back and be like, man, it was foolish of me to be so bent out of shape over such things, and you just gotta wake up one day and just realize, man, kids can be cruel, but life moves forward. Hey, Nibbles.
Nibbles here. Back in your face for fun in the sun. Or fun in New Animal weather. Last time I was here, this place put a song in my heart. So, I'm back for another verse. Or maybe a chorus. Plus, my socials go nuts when I post vacay pics. So, let's do it again, Niblet.
Good for you. Good for you, Nibbles. I could have swore that was Mint, but maybe Mint is a different squirrel of the minty turquoise color. I was about to like actually use that for something. I don't even know what my auto motion was on that one. Oh man, just auto filling, auto brain. But cool thing about the Spurs, yes. I am totally biased with the NBA Championship Series. It's about to start this evening. I am rooting 110% for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, I'd like to see them, bring home a win and whatnot, especially considering some of the things that have gone on, like, ever since Duncan retired, the team was on a bit of a, I'm not going to say a decline, but it was more of a hiatus. It was more of a self-discovery thing. And eventually they got to a point where they kind of rebuilt their team. They got that one guy now. What is his name? Like Victor Wimby Wayamama. I don't know how to say his name. I just know they call him Wimby around here. But they picked him up. Dude's so freakishly tall. And the saddest part for me, was the whole their head coach Greg Popovich finally retired with an asterisk, aka he got a promotion to being, I think he's like a I don't know what the term is, but he's like a partial owner of the franchise now. So basically, they can get a new, younger head coach who can keep up with the team, while they can basically keep Pop's wisdom on retainer, which is a pretty cool way to go about it. Be able to constantly give back to your team while not having to be a what's it called? Constantly around. What is this? Pig? 2 colored eyes?
Hey, it's me, remember? I'm back. My last visit was so awesome, I just knew I needed a return trip. You can't even imagine all the fun I'm gonna have today. Look out, world.
No apologies. That was fun. I do a lot of voices on this channel. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Oh man. I've been told, believe it or not, I believe most people would say or not. It's perfectly understandable. Like, a lot of times someone says, I've been given an opportunity in the past for such things. Like, I've been told that I would make a phenomenal voice actor one day. My head, it still fits through the front door. If anybody were to look at me and say, it's like, sure, you were told that, I would say, your skepticism is not unwarranted. I'm sure you have lived experiences that justify you having doubts that anybody would ever offer me any type of chance or opportunity to being a voice actor. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, I have been told that perhaps I should seek such things. Ooh. But not only is my head not that large, it's actually quite small. When I say it's quite small, I'm referring to I'm not one of those people who is going to get like so far ahead of himself and think that, like, oh yeah, just because I can do a few silly voices that I'm the second coming of Robin Williams. It's just not a thing that's going to happen. But, it is fun to be able to do it, like, at least on a small scale. Get to do it for the channel, be able to do such things. So, I appreciate, just being able to be around. Where are we trying to put this thing? I think that's a good spot. I don't know what's a good spot. Or maybe right here is the good spot, right? Just put it right there. And then we will put this one over here, I believe. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put one over here. We will replace these in a second, but I'm just trying to kind of gauge the area that we're working with. So 1, 2. If we do that, then this one becomes that? Or was it this one that goes that way? It's one of the two. Oh man, it's almost like Minecraft math. Which, if there's one kind of math I don't like, it's Minecraft math. Minecraft math? Oh man, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to work. So, it likely needs to go back one. Like back this way one. Let's see if we can do it. We'll do one more back over here. And I think that should be good. And then if we put this one over here, it's cutting it really close to the thing, but I don't think it's too bad. So that's not what I wanted. I actually want to right there. Right there. Skip one. Right there. Right there. So 2. Then we'll do a bottom corner right here. We actually still needed one more of these, actually, to go right there. Nope, one more also over here. Get rid of these. And there we go. Get it looking exactly the way that I want it to. You know, in theory, I could just do it like that. It doesn't have to be perfectly connected, but that's fine. That works. The only question is, like, how big do we want it? We can make it a little bit smaller, but... Hey, what happened? Atlas, I thought we were talking about how much we liked basketball, and you're over here building a volleyball court? Yes, I am. Well, what of it? Actually, how wide is this thing? Because, oh, I put it in my storage. That's embarrassing. Let's go grab that real quick. Oh, man. And then what we probably would need to do is also edit it to be a volleyball pit, but we'll go grab that, see how it goes. I might need to edit it, but I might not be able to edit it, so I'll have to take it to Cyrus real quick and get him to edit it into what we want it to be. But I will get it out just to show you guys what we're working with. But basically what we need is somewhere over here. I mean, a clothesline is kind of like that, but what we need are these two things right here. I'm trying to spruce up the island, give it little sections here and there. One day it will be complete. What's that day? I don't know. But as long as, you know, week by week we can have different cosmetic features, eventually we might be able to release it as a dream code and just let people actually explore, you know, walk the same paths that basically memories were made on the channel. So right there proves to me that I made this probably way too big. So what we can do is, do I want it up there or do I want it, if I bring it down one, I can move it over one, which gives me less beach. So like right here, basically, is what we're looking at. And then we will not break out that shovel. That's definitely not what we're trying to do. Why does it look so big? Is that right? Oh, okay. It's because this only covers a half block. That's block. Still using Minecraft lingo. A half spot. That's where I'm getting confused with it. So. And then what we'll do next is we will get this line over here. So it goes over 1, 2. 1, 2, and then up here also 1. I'm fearful that I might be doing this a little bit off, but we'll see what the end result looks like. But not much else to say actually regarding any of that other stuff. It'll be interesting. It's one of those weird things, though, like to say that like I like my home team, considering that I typically have a bit of a trollish persona where it's just like I don't like anything that anybody else likes. I've been trying to work on it. Sorry if I have had a hard time catching up on that one, but when it comes to the Spurs, they're definitely one of the few exceptions for me. So that's always a fun thing to keep an eye out for. But we'll see how it goes. Me personally, I don't believe in luck, but if I had to say I had luck, I'd say if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So me saying, "Oh yeah, I'm rooting for this one basketball team," it might be like a curse at that point. Like, "Oh yeah, great, now they're gonna lose." Really, Atlas, you had to go off and say something like that, but it happens sometimes. It almost seems to feel that way, right? But we're finishing up right here. We got a little volleyball court. I might shrink it down again. I'm not entirely certain, but the whole idea is, as you saw, we put Biff's house down. We're going to move him and what's her nuts, Bubbles off the beach and into an actual, like over here next to the little concert area. So basically, since he is a jock, I'm going to give him a little volleyball court to play on, and we'll see how well he likes that. He probably won't care. But what we're gonna do for Bubbles, I don't know what we're gonna do for Bubbles. We gotta figure out what her actual personality is. We can give her a little bit something down here as well, make it feel very lived in. We can put some sort of lights around here as well. That's probably what we should do. Just put like a lamp of some sort in these little areas, in these little corner pockets. That would probably be fun. And maybe the archway that has a little light, the string of lights. But we'll figure out what we're doing with the channel from there on. But in the meantime, you guys have been absolutely amazing. I like the San Antonio Spurs. If you aren't cheering for the Spurs, you know what? Let me know why the Knicks are where it is this year. And if you happen to like them, I still want to hear from you just as well. I mean, one of the cool things about having preferences is we all get to have our own different takes on such things. There's really never a wrong answer as to who's your favorite football sports team or anything like that. But in the meantime, you guys, fortunately I got to post this before. I actually thought, like, as I'm recording this, I thought it was like the day of, but lucked out. It's not. It's actually going to be tonight when it goes live. So we'll see. If I'm posting Friday a little depressed, yeah, sorry, Spurs lost. And if I have a little bit of pep in my step, I mean, hey, you get to celebrate with the rest of the locals. But in the meantime, you guys have been absolutely phenomenal, as always. I enjoy all these moments together. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy these moments with me. And until next time, I will see you next time.